guys, it's me, Stevie, back again, and in this video I'm going to go over what were all my must-haves for my laparoscopic procedure. So in this video, I don't really want to go over any medications or things that the doctor might prescribe you because everyone's going to be different, but know that they will give you something for pain management. So of course my advice is always follow your doctor's instructions. They'll be sure to give you a detailed sheet on post-op instructions and the different ways that you are to care for your body after your procedure. However, these are just little tips and tricks that I found during my recovery time that really helps me out, and I want to share them with you guys. Alright, so firstly, you've just had your procedure done and you're going home. On the drive home, putting a seatbelt on, not going to be the most pleasant thing. So what you're going to want to do is have a pillow with you. What I did is I placed a pillow right between where the seatbelt crosses over so it wasn't touching my body specifically. So if there were any bumps or any turns, I wasn't getting rubbed against. Also, on the drive home, I highly recommend you have some kind of bag or container ready in case you feel nauseous. Coming off anesthesia, one of the most common side effects is nausea. And so I recommend having something very close to you that you can just turn to if you feel your stomach turning a little bit. Motion sickness doesn't really help with coming off anesthesia, so if you have a little bit of a longer drive, this is definitely what I recommend for you guys. Something I would also ask for before you leave the hospital are disposable ice packs. Now, after your procedure, you're not going to want to put a heating pad anywhere near your incisions. Not only does this cause bruising, but it's just not going to feel good. It's not going to be what your body wants. In turn, you're going to want ice packs. It's going to feel swollen, and the only thing that's really going to make you feel better in that area is coolness. And so the hospital can actually send you home with these nifty little disposable ice packs. And so if you're really in some discomfort when you're leaving the hospital, I would recommend putting those on your incision sites during your drive home and even after you get home a little bit. So when you get home, the first thing you're gonna wanna do is go straight to your bed, I promise you. And so what I can tell you is get as many pillows on that sucker before you get in it. You're gonna want as many pillows as you can to prop yourself up, to position you in a way that's comfortable. I found that I had quite a few pillows behind me to make me sleep in kind of a sitting up position. I didn't want to lay flat on my back, and you certainly don't want to lay on your sides the first couple nights. And then I had another pillow underneath my legs. For me, that kind of felt good in my lower pelvic area to have my knees kind of higher than my body while I was sleeping. Going off of pillows, I would recommend a body pillow. You're gonna want support from every angle. Your ab muscles are gonna be non-existent at this point. You're not gonna wanna use them at all. And so I used a body pillow to kind of prop against my side if I needed to be held up. You guys will come to find out that getting out of bed isn't the easiest thing. You kind of have to do this side maneuver where you turn over on your side and lift yourself up with your arm. And I found that having a body pillow there made it that much easier. So generally, your doctors don't want you to shower for the first 24 to 48 hours. Your doctor is going to give you specific instructions, but when you do go to shower, something that I found tricky, I was able to shower the next day after my procedure, and I was still a little woozy. The pain medicine they had me on gave me blurred vision, and so being able to stand in a shower wasn't the most comfortable thing. So what I recommend is either use a bar. My shower, I'm lucky to have like a towel rack, and I was kind of using that to like hold on to. But the first couple days I definitely had my husband in there with me to help me out. There was no way I was going in there by myself. Now while you're in the shower, you obviously don't want water to be directly hitting your sites. Also, your doctors are going to ask you to use a gentle soap. So soaps with no fragrance or no added things to them. And this isn't the most fun. Those kind of soaps don't necessarily do the most for you. I had Sharpie left on me for about 2 weeks after my surgery because that soap would not get it off. But definitely follow your doctor's instructions. Don't use anything crazy to your sites, especially while you're still healing. If there is anything you get from this whole video, please, this is the best advice I can give you right here. Before you leave the hospital, have your doctor send you home with a belly wrap. This thing saved my life during recovery. Not literally, but I don't know how I would have done it without it, honestly. So what this does is it wraps around your belly, goes right around your back, it's stretchy and it has Velcro, and you're meant to wear it really tight to your body, and it kind of binds you. It's a belly binder, belly wrap, there's a bunch of different names for it, but it is a medical object. This isn't like a corset for fashion or anything. This is a medical used object. And not only does this help your incisions heal faster, online research says this, of course, but the stability it provides you is so comforting. This would help me get up and out of bed. This would help me walk and feel comforted, because walking around the first couple of days, you're real weak in your midriff area, you know? So having this there for that support really helped. Also, anytime I had to cough or sneeze, this was kind of supporting my abdomen area, so it didn't make that so painful. And honestly, telling you guys, my recovery was pretty painless, and I attribute a lot of that to one of these belly binding wrap things. So if you can, ask your doctor for one of these when you're leaving the hospital, because you will not regret it. This thing helped me so much. Now, as far as eating goes, after your procedure, you're gonna wanna stick with soft food. 9 times out of 10, your throat's gonna be a little sore because they do have a breathing tube down you during your procedure. And so you're not gonna wanna eat anything too crazy that's gonna upset your esophagus and your throat area. It's gonna be tender. Also, bathroom breaks are a little bit of a problem, and we'll get into that in a second. So what I would recommend is just soft foods, and also I had these electrolyte supplements. There were these little powder packs that you poured into 16 ounces of water, and it was your daily intake of electrolytes, so potassium, sodium, sugar, because you're not eating a lot the first few days after your surgery, and you're not really wanting to drink a whole lot either. Just, you know, the whole process is hard. So staying hydrated is really important, especially if you were sick or nauseous from the recovery of coming off anesthesia. And I definitely recommend getting some electrolyte supplements. All right, this is probably the hardest part of recovery when it comes to laparoscopic procedures, is using the restroom, being able to do your business naturally and pain-free. So there's a couple things that happen to you during this procedure. One, you're on pain medicine, probably narcotics, and that is just gonna cause constipation. It's gonna slow your entire system down, and it's gonna make it really hard for you to digest foods. Also, something else that you're dealing with is during a laparoscopic procedure, they inflate your abdomen with gas, and that just makes it easier for them to use those cameras and see in there. But recovering isn't so fun. So what can happen is the gas can actually move up to your diaphragm if you're not moving around enough, and it can kind of get trapped in there, and unless you're moving around, it's not getting broke up. And so what happens is it kind of radiates to your shoulder blades, and that's where you feel the pain. And it's a sharp pain. When you breathe in, you can't really take full breaths. It's very uncomfortable. So there are a couple things for both of these problems that I suggest you do. Firstly, to help with constipation issues, I recommend that a couple days before your procedure, you start a stool softener. I took Ducolax, which was a stool softener and a laxatives, just to make sure that when my procedure was done, we were already in the swing of being able to get things going. And it really helped me a lot, guys. I really recommend taking that a couple days before your procedure. Also, to kind of help with tummy issues, I took Gas X. Now, there is a big debacle with this in the TTC / endometriosis laparoscopic community, I guess you'd call it. Now, when they inflate your abdomen with gas and you get that pain in your shoulder, that's not going to be the kind of pain that Gas X treats. Gas X is going to treat intestinal gas, any gas that you might have through your bowels and, you know, your digestive tract, which you're going to need. I use Gas X because, again, passing anything is a problem. Think, you can't really use your abs to do any kind of straining or pushing, so Gas X helps. However, it's not gonna take away the diaphragm gas pain you have. It's not gonna help with that in any kind of way. That's not what that medication was designed for. And so the only way, if you have diaphragm gas pain, to kind of get rid of that and break it all up is to walk. And I know it's so hard the first couple of days, but truly the more you walk, the easier that'll get to manage. Something that helped me, because I did get the shoulder pain, believe it or not. I walked as much as I thought I could, but it still happened to me for about 2 days. And what helped me was actually a heating pad up on my shoulder area. I didn't have it anywhere near my abdomen or midriff area, but up behind my shoulder blades, it really helped while I was laying there. I didn't have any kind of pain as long as some heat was on it, you know? So those are my personal must-haves for after your laparoscopic procedure. If you've went through one and have any other tips or tricks that you can offer to people, please drop them in the comments below. I'm so open to hearing what you guys have been through and the ways that you've managed it. Also, if you're planning to have a laparoscopic procedure, for whatever you're going through, I'm wishing you all the luck and the speediest recovery, and I hope this video helps you just a little bit. That'll make me happy. So, as always, I'm sending you guys all my love. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you guys soon. Bye, guys.